Hey guys, I wanted to bring a teaching today because I felt as this is like my therapeutic activity to help with my mind and my problems. But for the past couple months, my mind's been on a good old friend, a good friend that took me under his wing for years, many years, since 2006. 2006. I know he's watching this because I am well watched, and many people they take notes and they some have unsubscribed, some subscribe, and some just like to talk about what I speak. But it's not a problem because I was also taught if ain't nobody talking about you, you ain't doing nothing that they like. But I want to talk to you about my friend. He's a good friend of mine. Um, he will be in attendance to my ceremony that's coming up in October. He will be in attendance for my wedding. He will be in attendance for my um, proposal celebration. He will be in attendance for everything I have because he is a good friend of mine. I want to bring this subject to you. Did I ever tell you about my friend named Jarvis? Jarvis. Jarvis, he is a special kind of man. I can give him that. Since 2006, I was going to say 26, but that's not a year, that's a number. Since 2006, I was appointed to ministry. The church that I was appointed to is First Missionary Baptist Church, Frederick, Maryland. But see, the calling that I received was so powerful. And when I went to the church, I told her, I told everybody, everybody knew. And many nicknames was given to me. Reverend, Doctor, Reverend Rev, Dr. Dixon, Pastor Dixon, Bishop. All these nicknames was brought up, but one person gave me the nickname that stood with me since 2006. Doctor Philosophy. And I was sitting there asking him, I was like, what's this nickname? Like I don't know nothing, but I don't know what philosophy is. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a young, nappy-headed African American man that's trying to survive in this dangerous, toxic, and broken up society and broken up system that we live in. I'm just a young black man that's trying to survive in this broken system. But Jarvis, he gave me the nickname Doctor of Philosophy because he said he believed that I was going to be the one to come together and bring this broken, 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 broken bondage that us African Americans are tied into. I'm teaching somebody this. See, Doctor of Philosophy. Then, by the grace of God, I met his mother. His mother is like my mom, you know. Since I was young, I went to his birthday parties and stuff like that, and we used to always be real close. We went to the same elementary school. Middle school, we didn't get a chance to. In high school, we kind of drifted apart. The head mom gave me this nickname, Doctor of Theology. See, for those who don't really know me, some claim they know me, that nickname was part of the element of the calling God gave me. Part of the calling God gave me was part of the reasons why I was appointed to Regent University. Regent University has the degree that I'm eyeballing now. It's my theology degree in ministry. See, y'all didn't know that. See, many people, they get asked about me and they don't know nothing about me. Like, where did ministry come from? 2006, the calling. Where did the theology come from? The calling and the nickname I received. But that's Jarvis. Jarvis was, well, Jarvis is, I say is, because we're back in contact. Jarvis is a man that he was appointed in ministry a year after me, 2007. I was appointed in 2006. That's when the calling was manifested in my life, and I see that I believe God saying I can't do nothing else. I couldn't play sports. Um, but I wanted to be a quarterback for my high school. You know, because some don't know. Like when I throw, I could throw half a football field with this cannon. But I have a sickness that stops me from participating in activities that could hurt, I can harm myself. So I didn't. I never. I gave up. I know if I would have get a hit and the impact hit this side of my body so hard, it will damage me. That would cause me to have a breakdown. I'll have a breakdown because the impact. So I want to do track. But then I heard what they have to do. Like, nope, I'm fast, but I'm not that fast. And I'm not traveling to run. Like, nah, I'm good. So, ministry was like my safe place. I know the Bible. I don't, I kind of drifted away, I'm not going to lie. I used to be to the point that you read that Bible, I could tell you from Genesis to Revelation. But I drifted away. I drifted away from prayer. I drifted away from the Bible. It's gotten to the point I buried my Bible for 7 months. And I gave up. I went back to a place in my life that I call the dark hole. It's like a place that was created for my pain and suffering. I went back to alcohol, I went back to smoking, and I felt myself drifting away from this world we live in, and I felt myself ready to die. I'm not perfect, and so you're not either. The book of Romans is recorded as it follows. We all have fallen short of the glory of God. Meaning, we all sin. None of us is perfect. We all make mistakes. We all still do make mistakes. Because that's humans accumulating mistakes. You know, none of us are perfect. We all walk around like we're perfect. We all talk like we're perfect. We all have things in our life that is elements of our mistakes. You know, so I kind of drifted away from that fire that was lit. in my soul. I drifted away because I was scared. I didn't have nobody. I didn't have nobody to lift me up. I didn't have nobody to brush me off. I didn't have nobody to tell me it's okay. So I drifted away. But one day, I like this day. My dad came and he was talking to me. He said, "You need to get out the house more, because to me, like I told you, the society we live in is so broken. The society we live in is a society of pain and suffering. The society we live in is dangerous because us African Americans, we carry a target on our back that no other race will understand because they don't have to deal with it. We have a target. We have a target. Nowadays, you can't walk down the block. Nowadays, you can't go to a store late at night. Nowadays, you can't be African American, drive a nice car. Nowadays, you can't have another race sitting next to you. Nowadays, you can't do nothing without being detained or being harassed or being racial profiled by another race. We carry a target that is bound to suck us up because a target is inhabited by the devil himself. So I never like to leave the house because I'm safe here. I never like to leave the house. Every time you turn on the 10 o'clock or the 5 o'clock news, you seeing some African American ever being hanged, being shot, being pulled over by 911, being harassed, being racial profile, being killed. See, that's something I feared for. So I never liked to leave the house. But one day, my dad, he 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 told me, he said, "You need to get out the house more." So I got out the house. I remember this day like it was yesterday. I'm not ashamed to tell my flaws. Cause I know there's some people out here, they're gonna try to use my flaws against me. They're gonna try to say, "Well, you was a junkie." I never don't do that. I wasn't a junkie. But you was an alcoholic. You eat that shit. You was a gangbanger. You was a blood. You was a crib. You was this. Oh, I've heard it all before, but none of it's true. But this one day I made a mistake. I went out with a group of friends. See, that's something we all gotta watch out for. Our so-called friends. Cause see, so many people they wanna be they wanna portray as your friend. They wanna portray as your family. But God knows the truth that they don't wanna tell. A wolf can be covered as a sheep. You might think you have all sheeps, but it's always one wolf in the mix, waiting for you to mess up, waiting for you to fall, waiting for you to make a mistake, waiting for you to do something that's out your character so they can use it against you. I live it. I see it. There's always a wolf in a sheep's clothing. So I thought they was my friends. I thought they cared. I thought they was my family. I was like, yo, y'all my friends, y'all. Like, we used to always be so tight. But then I made a mistake. Smoking and drinking. Got too drunk one day at a friend's house. The man had two girls. They were sisters, right? They were sisters. Went to the house to have fun. You know, when this happened, I was still in middle school. I was still a young kid out in the public, you know, out in a public. And see, I got too drunk. And this is when the alcohol started to accumulate. That's when I started really liking alcohol in the 6th grade. So I got too drunk, and a couple minutes later, I found myself in the bed with his sister. Right? I'm thinking, oh, I'm in trouble. This, that, this, that. But see, once you really have the alcohol in your sip, you don't think. So I remember the sister. She was drinking. I was drinking. So we were two little kids. So she started to get undressed. Right when she did that, I knew deep down in my heart, in my mind, this is not right. So I got up and I was like, I gotta go. I gotta go home. I gotta go home. So I was like, you give me a ride. They was like, they couldn't drive. So where we was at, my high school's, my, no, no, it's not. My middle school's on the other side where the Dutch Market Lidl's is at. And I live all the way down where the 7-Eleven's by. So by the grace of God himself, he allowed me to make it. Even though I'm stumbling. Woo. I'm walking and my friends didn't help me. My family didn't help me. But I'm walking this road to get to my promised land. I'm walking. So right when I hit the light, a car pulls up. A car pulls up. He's beeping the horn. He says, get in, get in, get in. So I look up. It's my friend Jarvis. You can't tell me when you're in a diabolical situation, you can't tell me God will not supply what you need to make it through your troubled times. When you're going through something, when you're in a sticky situation, that's when he prevails his grace and his divine mercy. I don't know what could have happened. I could have tripped. I could have got hit by a car. I could have got kidnapped. I could have got killed. I could have got robbed. My face could have been on the 10 o'clock news. But God supplied a ram in the bush. When your friends fail you, when your family fails you, you always got to remember God never fails you. Through sickness, through death, through depression, through anxiety, through loss of hope, through your sins, through unforgiveness, God supplies a ram in the bush. And the funny part about it is, I lost my faith. I gave up. But he never gave up on me. Then I tell you about my friend Jarvis. So he picked me up. Picked me up. I see who he is, but I can barely function because my body is intoxicated with so many things that my body should not have been having. So he takes me home and he sits with me. So he waits for me, then I sleep. I get a phone call. Hello, how you doing? Who's Jarvis? What happened? So you know how you drink too much, you got that big headache? Like, I'm looking around like, what happened? He's like, I brought you home to safety because your friends and family left you out by yourself. That's the one thing I like, when your friends and family leave you and dump you off to die by yourself. God always supplies. And that's what I like. Through thick and thin, he always supplies. But that's my friend Jarvis. And I'm glad my brother, he's not just my friend, he's my brother now, because somebody that strong and loving to have my back as a good man. But thank you for this time that I tell you about my friend Jarvis. Hope you guys have a good day. 12:07 p.m. Wednesday, June 19th. Guys, enjoy your day. Stay safe. Uh, don't get in too much trouble. I know school's out. Just enjoy yourself. All right.